check. Hello, recita. Vamos a seguirle dando al control para acabarlo, porque si no. Porque si no, pues no. Está larguillo. Larguillo. So I want to get through it. You know, and shit. Octubre, spooky games. Vamos a ver las pinches peliculillas antes de seguirle.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field
Check.
days.
1, 2, 3.
Those roadside motels all bleed
¿Qué tanto
together like
recio
a
necesito
freezing.
estar?
Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places.
Pues yo que está bien.
Sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Así, claro. A huevo.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Oh no. You gotta break yourself before you check yourself, the board. You are the director now. We expect independence / dependence. You are authority / chosen one. The Bureau / game needs you. chido. Necesito hablar con la pinche doctora. Tardarme media hora hablando con gente.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Espérate, aquí hay papeles. Analysis of his threat, Part 1. Initial encounters with the entity known as Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception for this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss? Question mark. More work to be done. Refer to file redacted for a full report. Woo-woo. Vamos a ver qué dice la ruca. ¿Qué dice?
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. The Hiss got him. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Maho. That can only mean one thing. Department of Maintenance. Esta parte no vale verga. I don't like that circle middle part. Like this part of the map me confundía. Confundió. Confundí you. We are at war / hostile takeover. The Hiss is the opposing force / foreign power. We will provide countermeasures / strategy, accept / ingest them at control points. These countermeasures / missions will benefit you. We will give you resources / rewards for each completed countermeasure. Ay no, qué hueva. What, did I get something new? No.
Hi, Jesse.
Que nos diga todo de una vez para que no nos tenga que
Where
decir
did the hiss come
después.
from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the pure utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
It seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one, it seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Pues no se los quiten.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Como hombre.
Bring me back anything good?
Thanks,
No me
Emily.
dijo nada nuevo.
I'm sure I'll have more questions
Bueno, ahora
soon.
sí.
Just let me know.
It's time to take control.
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
I heard the hiss attacked the power plant. Brings up a lot of new questions. Are they communicating? Coordinating? What about the plant?
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Time to work.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
Es hora del control. Como quiera se tarda.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ati here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ati. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ati guiding me too?
No. Ve, no se puede. Aquí no estoy. I remember this being so confusing the first time around. It's still confusing.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Necesito pistola nueva o algo porque... se me olvidó hacer level up. Chingueo. Ahorita lo hago. Sí, lo vi. Fire. No, gotta get out of there. Pendejo. Le quería entrar la piedra a huevo. Te bañaste. De sangre. En chinga.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Súbele. Ahí hay un control point. Y yo muriéndome. Controles. La shotguncía. No hay pedo. Abilities. Ah, se me olvidaba que era así como que skill tree based. Tengo 4. Pues uno cada uno. ¿Qué es esto? Allí. Melee. Launch. Good stuff. Counter measurements, no, que están a la verga. Ahora sí. Second Amendment. Black Rock Quarry, Black Rock Processing, Ventilation, Janitor's Office. Pinche pistolilla que traen los vatos. I didn't expect it to blow up so hard. No me dijo nada. Good stuff. So many places to explore. Aquí vamos. Got a projectile boost. What does that mean? Projectile fire plus 2. Pues. Está más o menos. Pero no. Pero no tanto. What about on this side? Clearance level 4, no tengo. Alright. Alright.
What's down that way?
Se mira es madre. Ah, tiene una foto de él. Un poste de él mismo. Ay, qué ladrillo.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, että this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or the seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ati.
Good stuff. Hay que ir a ver qué chingados será esa pinche puerta cerrada de ahorita.
Yep. Burn the trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer.
Mira, pinche piso barrido,
Not into a
trapeado.
moose.
No mames. No mames, qué detalle. Un chingado será la puerta en que te la chingada bien lejos para allá. Bien lejos. Acerqué acá, fuck it. A Mary Chase. Investigate the strange light in the break room. Ahorita. Más para eso. Ay, güey. Ay, güey. Turns the merry-go-round horse object of power. Badass.
Ugh, this place makes me nauseous.
¿Dónde chingados estaré?
An object of power. How do you think it got down here?
Oop.
A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Oop. Se va a ir el puto, ah. Ah, no se fue. O sea que se iba a escapar. Press circle. ¡Ay! Oop. Oop. Uy. No. No mames. Córrele. Todavía no tengo esa ability. Ah, espérate. Success, end of level. You have approved the first now bound first life.
Let's see the hiss keep up with me now.
Merry-go-round horse. Object to be kept in confined space when unbound. A fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. This can be quite dangerous when redacted its path. The object is currently bound by redacted. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local redacted reported that rides would move on their own and that they would be chased out. When the rumors reached the Bureau, See America overnight, episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local redacted were found dead at the scene. The object attacked agent redacted by redacted. Agents invoked Formula C.5 to redacted the object long enough to redacted. Ah, pues a huevo. Tiene que ser a huevo que redacted. It's too bright for me. Ah, se mamó. Ah, te bañaste. Was cool. That's fucked up. Like, vine a donde mismo, por arriba, when I had fallen. ¿Qué pedo? It blows my mind.
Pensioner.
Pensioner.
Yes. Lord Moore is the director. Started to climb up the walls in his bachelor pad.
Yeah, huevo. Shortcut.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Blows up.
explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on. Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it, didn't trust it, didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more.
For honor.
Until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Double dog dare. The transmissions ahí. Where's this gonna take me? Pues para acá se ocupa ir como quiera. I played too many. No mames, no hay nada abajo. They said I played too many Dark Souls not to know that there's something in the bottom of it. Pero no hay. Se mamó. Federal Bureau Control, attention maintenance staff. An object of power escaped the Panopticon a couple of weeks ago, and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own. And definitely do not bind it to yourself. Your security chief, Simon Arish. Come on. My God, Simon. A la verga, ya me lo mataba ese vato. I only thought about it for a second.
It's dangerous out here, lady. Go see Chief Arish. He's just inside. He'll help you.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side. My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director.
It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing. Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is...
Do you think you could copyright people's faces?
Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him. He sure has a lot of faith in his boss. Try to stay alive.
Hey Simon, I got your message. Yeah, if someone in the sector is asking about Ati, just tell him you'll handle it and leave it at that. Under no circumstances should any personnel intervene with his day-to-day routine. I told you everything I know about him so you could better deal with his odd habits. But yes, it's still very much a classified matter. Also, I saw your report about the quarry worker who wandered into the Foundation. Detaining him was the right move. We'll figure out what he saw before we decide on the next steps. Here's Lynn. P.S. I have you, in case you hadn't noticed, something is up between Trench and Darling. I know this isn't your strong suit, but try your best to stay out of it. The whoop.
We need those pumps and converters online.
She knows. She knows.
When the converters and coolant pumps are working again, we should be able to get this baby back down to a safe temperature. I hope.
What do you know about the hiss?
Not much, only what I've seen. Well, they use the same tactics that Marshall and Salvador taught us, which makes me think that the hiss haven't completely erased the people inside, which is a pretty fucking horrible thought. Or they're just using whatever they find in their victims' heads. In any case, they are really eager to get inside the power plant.
Why do you think that is?
Shit, I don't know. They want to make my life harder?
What do you do here, Arish?
Security chief of the maintenance sector. I make sure all the weird shit down here doesn't bother the maintenance crews. Learned everything I know from Salvador. The best security agent this bureau has ever seen.
And you like your job?
I love it. You know, everyone thinks that maintenance is the lowest rung on the ladder just because we fix pipes instead of writing memos, but I gotta be honest. These are the bravest people in the goddamn building. I'm proud to work with them.
I've done a few odd jobs with these kind of folks. They say what they mean. I like that. What exactly is the power plant?
Listen, I only know what Salvador told me, but I know it generates all the electricity for the Bureau, and it's got two very simple rules. Rule 1, keep it below a certain temperature. Rule 2, don't ever open it.
Hola.
And 3,
Ramazan
it's
15.
classified, so I shouldn't ask.
Or hello.
Sounds like secrets
What's
are
up?
standard operating procedure around here.
Oh, yeah. It's all part of
Spanish or English? Español or English?
What do you know about the service weapon?
Not much. That thing is director only. Salvador told me by the time he saw Trench use it. Sounds like that gun can do some serious damage. Yeah, I did see pictures of it once, though, and it looks different to that thing you're carrying. You modded or something? It's new.
Is new a good thing?
Given the circumstances, I'd say new is our best bet.
Ati.
Do you know this Ati guy?
Of course. He's my favorite coffee break buddy. Dude has got some crazy stories. He probably knows more than anyone else around here. If you you can make sense of what he's
Darling,
saying.
Spanish.
Any idea where
Español
he's from?
querido.
I'm guessing Sweden.
Español entonces.
He's from where he's from. Look, there are just some stones that are better left unturned, you know?
Ok. Pues vámonos.
I should be going.
Right. You gotta lock down the lift.
Que pa' acá. Items real quick. De voladita.
Blockages in pipes.
La hora en amor. Eso no sé qué significa. I only speak Spanish or English. Lauren Amor. Is that a person? ¿Esa es una persona? ¿Me confundes, raza? ¿Me confundes? A ver, let's try to see where to go. Pues no se mira el mapa. Fuck, no miro ni madres. Se la escura. Pues no sé. Ok, cool, ya se mira. Raza mala. ¿Qué es eso? Uy. Gente que explota. Pura destrucción para allá, no se le entiende qué está pasando. Explosivo. Hace para allá. Uy. Allá hay gente atrás de mí también. Ya me lo valía verga. The discharged agents are examples of extreme physical deformation resulting from his corruption. Discharged display an unthinking fixation on any corrupted individuals in the area. Once within a specific proximity, they erupt into a burst of focus, his resonance, so dense that it acts as a physical force. That his charge is depleted to the his corruption after this eruption. The host is left lifeless. This behavior may be an adaptive response to the HRAs. The his charge are designed to blow the devices off potential hosts, exposing them to resonance. Okay. Resonance. Is the his capable of customizing a corrupted host altered ability to this degree? Why is the physiology of his charge so dramatically different from the host's original form? Lots of questions, no answers. Refer to redacted for full report. Pues son malos que te riman y cuando te riman explotan. Es lo que decía. Saca el cohete. No tengan miedo. El último no supe si en español o en inglés.
Replace the parts.
Yo hablo español y tú me contestas en inglés. Porque en español se ríe con la J. Ja, ja, ja. No. Ja, ja, ja. Te ríeste en inglés. También. flying motherfuckers. Este dato no vale madre, ¿dónde está? Nice. Póntale bien. Para que vean. Para que sepan cómo se mantiene el control. So you can see how to maintain control. En español, en inglés. Pues no quedó. Ah, dice 3. Ah, pendejo. Ah, fuck, I should have wasted it on this. Ni mo. Sufficient materials. Para allá es. Entonces, ¿qué para acá? Tum tum pim tum pim pim. Ah, para acá no hay nada.
Oh, this place is gonna come down.
Creo que para acá había puro suffering. What the fuck? No puedes pasar por la mera orillita esa. ¿Quién sabe por qué? El gritillo. ¡Wow! NSC coolant pumps. I feel like I should have gone to the other place first. Pero pues ya estamos aquí, ¿no? A ver, let me see.
Bro, go to shit. Fix it fast. If the plant goes boom, we can throw the spoon in the core.
Bueno, ahorita déjame ir primero para acá. Para acá de una vez. Furnace chamber of secrets.
My name is Dr. Pierce, lead researcher of the Parakinesiology Department. I believe that I've discovered a Code Omega paranatural entity residing within the Bureau itself, right under our noses. Darling refused to allocate me the budget or resources, so I'm taking matters into my own hands. Let this recording be the proof I need to convince them. The furnace can speak. It's been talking to me for some time now. Listen. Did you hear that? It's a sentient force, capable of communicating. I checked, and there's no record of ever installing this furnace. I believe
Ya venía.
Oh, sorry. What? Yes, I can feed you. What do you eat? I see. I'll try to find some volunteers. Dr. Pierce, lead researcher of the parakinesiology. I've discovered Omega
Hey Bozer, get this. The accounting department still says they haven't received my expense reports. They say the receipts probably got lost in the mail tubes because of a shift or a threshold or some such fuckery that if I don't have the originals, they can't verify my expenses for reimbursement. This is such bullshit. Why do we even use this fucking tool so they just spit out our mail out into some other goddamn dimension? Just venting here before I make a formal complaint. Useless pieces of shit. Rodriguez. Que alguien se llame Rod y se apellide Rodríguez. Estuviera con madre. Rodríguez. Yo sí, hay que le voy a poner a mi next name, a mi next character en la vida. ¿Y tú qué? ¿Le viento cosas o qué? ¿Qué le puedo echar? Hay unos green tanks.
By trash, did Ati mean barrels full of hazardous biological material? It seems like I'm breaking some environmental regulations on waste disposal, but if that's what Ati wants, then I'll get it done.
Chingo de range. Estoy cantando a toda. ¿Quién inventaría el símbolo de Biohazard? Está con madre. Mother Stiletto. Oh shit. No cuento, sí. Creo que no. No es verde. Montada la chingada. Yo vengo al parque todos los días. Está. Falta un pinche tanque, un tal. Por acá arriba. Listo.
Yeah, that's all of them.
¿Cómo sabes? see. We're fine to go over here. ¿Cómo se compone este pedo?
My old enemy, the clock, is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit. He's very clever. He's trying to sneak in. We got him caught with his hand in the fish trap. Get rid of him.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever
The
seen.
clog. Lo tapao. Guácala. ¿Qué? Ay, sí, aquí está vida. Humo STD. Agua STD. Uy. The clog. Puros problemas, no por donde sea. Y no es una cosa, es otra. Mátalo. Ahí véale. Apúntele bien.
We need to hurry.
Nomás me llevó alrededor. Ok. ¿Cuántos son los rola? Ay, tan radio. Ahora para acá. Se me hace que aquí va a salir un malo bien malo. Federal Bureau of Control. That gross blockage down in the water system is back. What the fuck is it, and where does it keep coming from? And why the hell does Ati keep yelling nonsense at it? He acts like it can understand him. Of course he acts like we can understand him. He acts like we can understand him too. That's just his brand of crazy. I'm gonna try out a new drain cleaner, extreme strength. Cualquier fungus puede tener consciousness a la chingada. Reload. No mames. With a freaking 12 gauge, what do you think? ¿Quién chingado me está tirando? ¿Tirando qué? Tirando balazos. I feel like I need to press square to reload como en el pinche Alan Wake. Y pues no. No se ocupa. ¿Qué tenía que pasar aquí? No me acuerdo qué tengo que hacer. Ay, pues ya. Pues acá. Ah, todo pendejo se le ocupó poner batería. A huevo. Pero por supuesto, tío. Batería. Mira la otra. ¿Cuántos se ocupan? ¿Cómo se llaman? ¿Qué comen?
There go the pipes. Nothing more satisfying than manual labor.
No mames. No para la shotgun. Ah, no mames. Me explotaron el anus. Manos en el ano. Mejor voy a usar la pistolía. Yo pensé que iba a traer con madre la shotgun. Y no estuvo. And shit, you know. Está lejitos a la chingada.
I don't like that sound.
Está lejitos. Así. It's time to fight con la pistola. No mames, apúntale bien. necesito bajarle la pinche sensitivity. Batallo. Oh, ya para qué mejor. Montan los pinches explosions. Ah, shit. Ese malo es bien malo. Ah, fuck. ¿Te va a traer una minigun o qué? Dile miniguns a tu madre. Troopers are meant to be the first agents to enter unknown AWE's thresholds or any other paranaturally hazardous situation. They are heavily armored and heavily armed in preparation for the worst. As a result of the role, his troopers have access to the heaviest armor and weaponry from the Bureau's armory, including military-grade chain guns and grenade launchers. In addition to the already formidable FPC-issued armor, the His resonance surrounding these entities is dense enough to stop bullets. If forced to engage one of these, be sure to make use of any available cover. Also note that to the telekinetically talented, enemy grenades can be a welcome source of ammunition. Refer to a redacted file for a full report. Control. Control. Elevator. A la verga. No, hay camaradas, hay que no dejarlos morir. Reloading. ¡Ay! Uy. Traen grenade launchers los vatos. maldición. The dogs start burning. ¡Ay! Le tiré en el aire. Por suerte. Ya estuvo. Te va así. You make me spin right around. A ver, ¿para dónde más? ¿De ahí vine o qué? De ahí vine. Ahora es para allá. Payaso. Más vida, más vergazo. Esta, fuck it. Our converters. Tienen que estar para acá. ¿Quién más? No te atores. Ay. Me pasé bien cerquita del misil. Central maintenance. Pues para allá, pero para acá ¿qué hay entonces? Field training. Restrooms. Está grande, un baño grande. Launch efficiency. Papel. Examination of paranatural topics. Thresholds. Summary. The oldest house is a place in flux. Thresholds appear with no warning. What the threshold will contain is a question we can only answer once it manifests. The widely accepted theory is that thresholds are dimensions vibrating on a redacted frequency different from our own. When these frequencies match, the threshold will manifest in the oldest house, which acts as a redacted. Others theorize thresholds are parallel universe or possibly our own reality at a different point in time. Some believe our collection of altered materials affect the house or attracts the thresholds. We do know for certain that thresholds are not permanent. Eventually their frequency will shift. Some believe Earth itself is just another threshold connected to the oldest house, which is actually rooted in some other reality. This theory, while impossible to disprove, causes redacted in those who learn of it, so it is actively denied. Refer to file 505-1881 for full report. Whatever that means. ¿De dónde viene de allá? Field training. Log processing. Black Rock Processing. Pues digo que para acá todavía no es, entonces o qué. Puro pinche extra exploration que todavía no. I guess I'll go through over here porque no se agüita la raza.
Oh, this place is gonna come down.
Control. Así se mantiene el control.
It's fried up. You need to fix it before the old twig bands inside the plant has a shit fit.
And it's energy converters. Un chingo de raza aquí. Ah, no me han visto. JK. JK, no hay tanta gente. Utilization of paranatural elements, munitions tasting of Object of Power 22, aka Home Slave. Summary: the slave object of power can produce a barrier using objects or material from its immediate vicinity. See Object of Power 22 case file for more details. Bureau Rangers were given permission to employ heavy weaponry against a para-utilitarian bound to this object in order to gauge the barrier's durability. Redacted and redacted velocity ammunition were tested with redacted results. Testing will continue after redacted. The safe object of power is... shit. Le piqué. ¿Cuál era? The safe object of power is clearly a viable candidate for use in combat response scenarios. Allowing para-utilitarians to participate in altered engagements would be an advance worth considering. Advantage. Escribir por computadora. A ver. Se me olvidaba que I was in the middle of battle. Oh shit. I was not ready for that. Not today. Mr. Grenade launches. Grenade launches. Hablando de grenade launches, quisiera tener una hamburguesa right now. Ahí va una batería. Ok. Ahí va otra. ¿Cómo se soltarán las cosas? Ah, ok, cool. No se me andan poniendo. Yo pensé que ven malo volando.
Now we won't blow up. Let's go lift the lockdown.
Espérate, ¿cómo me meto aquí? Ah. Nomás te brinca la cerca. Oh, hey man, what's going on? De Wamberg, como que ya me cansé de ellas. Like now I've been going to Jack instead. Pero pues ya no es hora de Jack. Es lo que cae mal que volar lo cierran ahí. Les da miedo que llegue yo en la noche. Next game is Wednesday at 8. Usual spot. Hazard. Owes me $20. Arish. Still on a fucking winning streak. Someone please figure out how he's cheating. Thompson suspended. I owe you, bro. $60. I brought beers last time, so it's Hepson's turn. Remus. Guara. Yo sí, because no me gusta tanto la mustard. Like, you can ask for no mustard, right? Pero, like, I just get them like that. And then, es que como que the last fucking, like, 1000 veces que fui, ya no está tan buena la guara porque las papillas están todas feas, like, como que te dan papas viejas. Y luego la hamburguesa está como que toda maltratada. Como que ni la peinan antes de dártela. Te la dan toda despeinada y abusada. Like, pero si le quitas la mustard va a estar toda seca la pinche burger. Like, no sé, como que there's something about the bread and the mustard and the lettuce que ya no me gustó. Like, that's the same reason why I stopped going to Burger King. Apúntale bien. Oop. Teleport in front of you. Nothing personnel, kid. Puro chavito. Pues maybe that's why. Their